Andrea in Salt Lake City, do you think that, I'm waiting for someone to say what I'm thinking. Andrea, what is it?
Well, my mind's a blank, so I hope that's not the case with you, Tom.
I'm thinking this, Andrea, the side effects. A drug company wants people to take Ambien to get them to sleep. They tweeted out, they called attention to the fact that Ambien has many side effects. That was said in their tweet. They care more about being social justice warriors than they do about their own product. I think it's amazing, that tweet. It's not a good tweet.
It's a dumb and ill-advised tweet. However, they can go full meta with it in their inevitable apology and say that they were on Ambien.
Yes.
Exactly. Sorry. That tweet. Our social media director was on the product.
Yeah.
Andrea, did you ever take Ambien?
No. I took melatonin, and apparently I needed a lot. Your body releases naturally, I think, 0.1 milligrams.
Yeah.
And the half-life is very short, so I was having problems sleeping. Took one, like a 5 milligram tablet, nothing happened. So I took another couple. I took like 20 milligrams, and I went, this isn't working. And I woke up on my couch, face down, with my face on the floor, my legs on the couch.
And your fingers typing on Twitter. Just
but
horrible things.
I wasn't on Twitter at that point. But I was, I fell asleep. Mission accomplished, I guess. I had a splitting headache, but luckily I never graduated to Ambien.
Well, what the problem was, Andrea, you took the tablet, and then you have to wait. You can't just take a tablet and say, it's not working. Take another tablet. It's not working. Take another tablet.
No, I waited like 45 minutes. And
you did?
I'm not even getting sleepy. Like, I don't know, something's not working here. But yeah, I took a bunch. And
then it just hit you all of a sudden.
There's, anyone ever take valerian root? Valerian root, it's like you make it in a tea.
I used to give that to my cats.
They say that works, and I've done that. And to me, I think it works, makes you drowsy. Valerian root.
Yeah, they don't like it in tea, though, I've noticed.
I just go whiskey myself. That's my thing.
Although, listen, a whiskey will knock me out, but I feel like it makes you sleep erratically.
Okay.
Drink, you can, when you have 2 drinks or more, it probably makes you a little drowsy, but I feel like you don't sleep as well when you have,
Oh, yeah, true. No, you wake up quicker, and then,
dehydrated, too.
It's weird. And take a nap later on.
Alcohol definitely messes with your sleep patterns. Anytime I get on the wagon, for like 2 weeks, I sleep like I've been shot with a tranquilizer dart. I mean, catching up on everything I've messed up for the past however many months.
I want to get this story in here. I don't know if you heard about this. The valedictorian who was barred from speaking at his graduation because they looked over his speech. They thought it was too much into the social activism, so they took his, speaking privileges away. And he said, "To heck with them. I'm going to speak anyway." Which number is this on the? Oh, it's on page 2. Here we go. So his name is Christian Bales, not to be confused with the Dark
Christian
Knight
Bales,
himself.
Plural.
But he was the valedictorian, and he went out with with his own megaphone, and he gave the speech by himself.
We must remember that we have a voice. Throughout the past 4 years at Holy Cross, I've learned how to utilize my voice to advocate for my beliefs as an ethical individual. I faced opposition in a number of scenarios, but my voice has continued to grow in intensity as I faced more adversity. Rather than allowing opposition to silence us, we must utilize it as empowerment. As long as we nurture our minds as youth, we'll be able to be equally impactful as we encounter the world.
He's more boring than the Catholic dude, like giving the sermon stuff for the
a homily. You mean?
Yeah. But I didn't know Andrea was still there.
Andrea, does this guy sound... Listen,
thought you fell asleep.
We have another cut from this guy. I think he's talking about that his voice needs to be heard.
Just within the last year, many of us have worked tirelessly to defend our ethics. Morgan West was one of the strongest voices when the Parkland tragedy happened, and she personally wrote an address to honor those lives that were lost. Isabel, Juliana, Catherine, and I fought to defend our history and relocate the Jefferson Davis...
I like how you can hear the audience clearly paying attention.
Yeah, everyone, that ambient noise is...
It's like an open mic comedy night. Just no one cares.
So this was Holy Cross. It's am I right? Holy Cross Catholic University, is that right? Or Catholic High School? Is it Holy Cross High School? There's many Holy Crosses, I think. But this guy, anyway, it was a Catholic school. The people who ran it, they said, we don't like your speech. I don't know what was in it besides this. It seemed like a lot of pablum about, social awareness and finding our voice and all this other stuff.
Sure.
But they didn't like it, so they said no. Is that censorship, or is that okay? Because the school, they can call the shots, Heatha.
It's a private school, right?
It's a private school.
Yeah, so I think that if that's your last swan song out of the private school, and this is the last sort of jurisdiction they have over you, can't they edit your speeches? I mean, I think I was once a 17, 18-year-old that was graduated from high school. I totally can get that mindset where we need to, reclaim our power and voices and speak, and someone's going to tell me no, some adult, I'm going to go ahead and go against that. But, as an adult looking at that, just let them edit your speech. Who cares? Like, go be social justice, afterwards.
Were you ever an angry youth, Andrea?
I'm angry as an older person. The thing is, his speech kind of sounded like, his English teacher told him, okay, I want you to write a speech and incorporate these vocabulary words into it. I mean, it was just really unimaginative.
I'm pretty sure it was George Clooney. I think he had something to do with it.
Yeah.
He wrote it for him.
Yes. Well, this is now students are in the news everywhere from Parkland, and it's all about their voices. Ugh. Can you blame them, Chris? People keep telling them that they have the inspired voices, and we all every celebrity says we can learn from these youth.
My voice just got deep last week, so now I want to use it. We have to remember we have voices. We all remember. We get it. We hear it all the time. I don't know. I'm so sick of voices and movements. And I'm not against free speech. Of course, I think everyone should say whatever they want, whenever. But also, it's not like news even. Like, we confuse just drama with news now. Like, oh, a teen decided to do something against his school. That's not news.
Well, it was posted on social media, so it became news. The fact that
that's what I mean.
If you were at the school, though, was it wise aren't they playing into this when they refuse him speaking, and then he goes out and speaks on his own? Obviously, he's getting way more attention because he had his speech on the lawn. If they had just let him speak, then no one listens to these things anyway, do they?
I don't want to judge parenting at all, since I don't have a teenager, but if I were his parents, I would pull him aside and say, don't do this. Just give the speech that they wanted you to give. Yeah. And move on with your life. I don't know.
And post the rest on your personal thing or something, and say,
high school graduation.
I respect the school that I can, whatever. I don't know.
He's got a thought catalog, doesn't he? Doesn't everybody have a thought catalog account?
Wasn't that from 2005?
I'm sorry. I thought that's where people put all their most pointed blogs.
Now it's Medium.
Thought catalog. That's what it is. You're right. Medium. That's what I'm thinking. I mixed it up. Andrea, do you have a thought catalog?
I don't even have a thought in my head right now, let alone enough to document it on the internet for all to see.
Thank you, Andrea.